A beautiful Saturday morning, Philippines, especially to our beloved listeners who are always in tune with us. This is another episode of TRD, Tigers Reading Den. I am RD, your handsome literary enthusiast, and I am very excited about this session because we are not only learning about one, but two literary pieces. Not only that, but we have also invited an expert who will uncover the meaning behind the letters and give us more profound insights. Before that, I want to ask our listeners, what makes a literary piece classical? And how can we consider a literary piece as great? So, to answer that question, there are several factors to consider. When analyzing the greatness of a classical literary piece, first is we need to examine the literary techniques used. Most of the best pieces contain metaphors and symbols that enrich the reading experience. The Greeks and Romans were experts in this field. For instance, in the Odyssey by Homer, the chapters are filled with metaphors. I don't really want to dig in deeper because we'll run out of time, but I suggest that you guys read Greek and Roman literature. Aside from the literary techniques used, we should also consider the social relevance because a good literary piece is somehow connected to social problems and possesses solutions in varying degrees. That is why it is essential to connect stories or literature with UN SDGs. Lastly, the enduring impact is crucial to the timelessness of a piece. It must be able to communicate with a wide range of audiences and appeal to innate human emotions. Moving forward, since we now have an idea of the criteria for literary greatness, let us use this knowledge and determine the role of classics in contemporary Philippines. We have invited Professor Mark Gallardo to discuss The Bet by Anton Chekhov and The Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri. Good morning, Sir Mark. It's a privilege to speak with you.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for inviting me, RD.
Our audience would want to hear from you, sir. A lot of our listeners haven't read the text, so let us start with the first piece, The Bet. Can you please tell us what is the general significance of the text?
Alright, the bet is literally about a gamble between a lawyer and a banker. So they argued about which is more unbearable, to be in prison for a lifetime or experience an instant death. Afterwards, the lawyer volunteered to be held captive by the banker for 15 years in exchange for $2 million. The rest is a description about how the lawyer made use of his time by studying all the wisdom and knowledge of the earth while the banker was slowly running out of money.
What happened at the end of the story? Did the lawyer able to finish the bet alive?
Yes and no. It was not a simple ending. A day before the supposed end of contract, the banker tried to kill the lawyer since he did not want to give the $2 million. But as he entered the lawyer's cell, he read a letter saying that he despises everything that the banker cherishes: money, power, influence, and life. He emphasized that everything under the sun is in vain. He also decided not to get the money and would escape the cell 5 minutes before the agreed time.
What? So the lawyer wasted 15 years for nothing? That's crazy.
Well, that's how the story goes. I would want to dig deeper into the emotional, ethical, and intellectual value of the text, but our time would not allow us. There are various moral dilemmas and debatable factors.
We will schedule another episode for that, sir. But to save time, are you ready for the next question?
Yes, sure.
So, sir, how does this text affect contemporary Philippines? How is it relevant to each Filipino?
In the entertainment field, I have seen a lot of dramas that center around the same theme. Themes like agawan ng yaman o patayan. This is relevant to our lives because it reflects the individual's greed and pride. Unnecessary conflict arises because we think that by providing that we are right, we will be happy. We spend so much effort protecting our pride. Most of the time, we are looking at the same thing at different perspectives. Neither is right nor wrong. Aside from this, we spend most of our lives running after wealth. For what? Is it worth it to kill or hurt other people for something that you will lose after you die? Of course not. And that is why it is relevant to contemporary Philippines because this is currently a societal problem.
Wow! I agree with you, sir. We should pursue the things that really matter. Now, we're halfway through our program. For our next segment, Sir Mark will discuss Divine Comedy and its relevance to contemporary Philippines. Are you ready now, sir?
Yes, let's get it.
To give our audience some background, can you tell us more about Divine Comedy? What is it about?
The Divine Comedy by Dante Alighieri is a poetic journey that follows the author's quest to understand the afterlife. In the story, Dante travels through the three realms: Hell or Inferno, Purgatory or Purgatorio, and Heaven, Paradiso. As Dante moves through these realms, he meets a variety of characters, each facing consequences for their actions during their lives. Some are suffering in hell, others are being purified in purgatory, and many are enjoying eternal peace in heaven. Through these encounters, Dante explores big questions about sin, forgiveness, divine justice, and ultimate purpose of life.
A fascinating story. How does this relate to contemporary Philippines and the lives of the Filipinos?
Our country is known for its religiosity. We Filipinos greatly value morality and justice. This is evident in telenovelas wherein the main character serves justice even if the law cannot. In the political setting, there is still rampant evilness such as corruption, abuse of power, and nepotism. Understanding the message of this text is important even up to this date because we need to realize that we only have limited time here on earth. Assuming that the concepts of heaven and hell are real, all the things that we are enjoying now are temporary. Let us encourage everyone to be kind, loving, and compassionate.
Those are great insights. I really hope everyone gets the chance to read this and experience enlightenment. Thank you very much, sir.
The pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me here.
And that is it for our special episode of TRD, Tigers Reading Den. I hope you guys learned something special for today. And if not, then just remember this. Literature is an instrument for us to be better and kinder individuals. God bless you all.